don't be fooled by his looks.
I thought he was about to be counted out. Here comes Andy Ruiz, and down goes Hanks for the second time. The fight is over, and Andy Ruiz.
He may be round and fluffy.
It's very close. You don't want to see McCall get hurt. He can stop this fight. It's all over. He stopped the fight.
But in the ring, he's a nightmare. Who fires with the speed of a bantamweight.
And down he goes hard. This fight's all over as he banged his head hard on the floor.
And hits with the ferocity of a super heavyweight.
No. He's just getting pounded now.
He's Andy Ruiz, the man who ruined Anthony Joshua and proved why he's one of the most terrifying heavyweights on the planet.
Joshua with the hard jab. Trying to answer, but he's taking it down again. Wow. Joshua looked.
Andy Ruiz started his pro boxing career in 2009, and by late 2010, he had quietly built a 5-0 record, stopping every opponent placed in front of him. At just 21 years old, he was still a developing heavyweight prospect, fighting out of California, and was known locally for his shocking hand speed and compact combinations. A few fights earlier, a 20-year-old Andy Ruiz Jr. entered the ring with just 2 professional fights under his belt, both explosive early knockouts that hinted at talent that was still flying under the radar. Across from him was Juan Luis Lopez Alcaraz, a seasoned journeyman whose experience was meant to test Ruiz's fundamentals beyond raw power. This fight was exactly what Ruiz needed to prove he could box smart, go the distance, and not just end fights early.
Right now, Ray, who you see there in the black and the gold trunks, is a cage fighter and is actually undefeated in MMA action, where he's 5-0, 2-2 as a pro boxer, though.
Well, he fought 8 days ago as a boxer. I guess maybe in between he was in the cage. Who knows? And here comes Andy Ruiz coming on big. He's in the blue and black, and here a torrent of punches, and Gerald the Ritter's taking a good look already.
You know, I saw Andy Ruiz fight the night before Manny Pacquiao fought Joshua Clottey back in March. He fought in a fight that we had here on our Top Rank Live series. He knocked out his opponent in 1 round, and he is really, I don't care how much he weighs, he's quick-handed, man. He's got very quick hands.
Nice jab, and off that jab set up that big right hand, and now he's inside. He's fighting with a lot of conviction. Well, you know, and give it to him. I mean, if he gets down to 240, he may be able to be something here.
Look at the speed he's throwing these punches in combination.
Lopez looks very discouraged. He's not hanging on, and he's not doing anything offensively, and he's eating a lot of shots early. Approaching the 30-second mark of round 1, scheduled for 4. Well, he had a big first round here in Factorville, Oklahoma. Top Rank Live, back in a moment.
Lopez did some damage in round 1, although he was certainly almost overwhelmed.
I think it was his water bottle. And now they'll flurry, and Ruiz is happy to oblige.
I'm sure, having mentioned that he relocated in Los Angeles, I'm sure a lot of fans out there are wondering if he's worked and sparred with Chris Arreola, the heavyweight of a big build as well. And of course, the market still, not to be stereotypical, but for a Mexican heavyweight, because there just haven't been that many, is wide open.
The world is open. A guy like Ray Lopez, even if he doesn't have the talent, must have. And then you look at, for example, the Peterson brothers and how they came up,
right? How
far they've come.
And in Ray's case, I said, well, what got you off of that track? And he said, when he and his fiance, when they had a baby girl.
He's been in a fair amount of trouble in this fight. He hadn't done anything offensively, and he could blame that on Andy Ruiz in the black and blue, who has made this fight from the beginning as we're closing in on the halfway point of this 4-round scheduled heavyweight fight. Now there's some left-handed action from Ray Lopez, but Andy Ruiz didn't blink as he continues to move forward.
Yeah, in fact, I gave him a 10-8 round in the first round.
Wow.
And yeah, you know, I think there has to be some kind of separation between close round, even if a knockdown is not scored.
Sure. You know, some of that hand speed has slowed. There we go again, though, as he begins to string punches together, just as we were about to say he was slowing down a bit. Here comes Ruiz. He looks mean, and he's hunting his man.
Lopez is feeling those body shots.
Oh, yeah. Well, fundamentally, he looks pretty solid. Coming forward, not a lot of head movement, but nothing coming back from Ray Lopez. Andy Ruiz is undefeated, arguably untested. And this not much of a test. It's really a sparring session for him. Two guys, little men, and the interim IBF. It's an eliminator, actually, a title eliminator. It's Andy Ruiz in the black and blue, laying that kind of work on Ray Lopez. Look at the swelling under the eye, left eye of Ray Lopez. He's taking a beating tonight. Oh, a big right hand. And that's saying a lot for heavyweights, because you know, heavyweights, any heavyweight, it would seem could hurt you. Big shots.
After 2 explosive knockouts, Ruiz earned his first decision win. This fight showed his heart, his grit, and a side of him that would carry him far in the heavyweight world. Within 2 years, Andy Ruiz had built a solid professional identity with a handful of wins, and he had started to go beyond pure early knockouts into bouts that tested his stamina and ring IQ. But his opponent, Alvaro Morales, was tougher than anyone Ruiz had faced before. Could he come out on top?
Yeah, and to his credit, you know, he started out, this is only his 9th fight. His first fight, he weighed 297. He came in here at 256. He's gotten lighter and lighter with every fight.
Works in the corner of Andy Ruiz, but not with him here tonight.
No, not with him tonight, but he does talk in glowing terms about Andy Ruiz.
Ruiz is waiting a little bit too much. He needs to start establishing that jab, Barry. There you go.
It's a good jab, and he does. There's a double jab. There's a left hand thrown by Ruiz, who gets a little bit busier here in the second round.
Yeah, they told him in the...
Well, you know, you talk about Morales. That was a little short, that left hook. That time Ruiz got there with a left hand and a right behind it. There's another right hand, top of the head. Ruiz starts this round like he did the last one. Starts out busy and then just kind of falls asleep in the middle of the round.
Yeah, but for some reason, I just don't know why he keeps single punching it. I mean, he's throwing that nice jab, setting up to set up combinations. You gotta let him, there you go. Yeah, you gotta let him go, put him together in that kind of way. There's some of the best combinations in that last round by the side view, which makes it more difficult for your opponent to land that big shot. There it goes. Nice double jab by. Tell you what, if he loses this round, Ruiz, they gotta wake him up there in the corner. I think he's losing this round too.
Hands free, hands free, hands free. Stop, stop, stop. Get out of there.
Ruiz tried to jump and did get there with the right hand.
And he did the right thing after throwing that low blow.
And a combination again. Now Morales going backward a little bit.
Just twos and threes, and he's not following up.
A short right hand a moment ago, I think might have gotten Morales' attention. 30 seconds left in this fight. Neither man has really been hurt in this fight.
He knows how to survive. He knows how to throw some good combinations and hold his opponent, crowd him, lean on him.
He knows how to do everything except win.
Right. You could tell by the draws and the losses, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, he's in every fight. He's competitive.
Another decision win, another statement. Ruiz proved that he wasn't afraid of going the distance. This wasn't luck. It was proof that he could dominate every round of the long haul. With another big win on his resume, Ruiz had another reason why heavyweights needed to fear him. Though he wasn't yet in world title contention, he was steadily rising through tougher journeyman opposition. Angel Herrera was another veteran with a decent record, and he was brought in to test Ruiz's boxing beyond early knockouts. Ruiz needed to show he could control a full 6-round fight, and he was about to do just that.
Well, the one thing about Andy is he was fought the first couple of his fights as a professional over 290 pounds. He's now down into the 240s. Every fight he weighs a little bit less. And one thing you will find out about Andy as this fight goes along.
You can see those quick hands that you were talking about, Rich. Came very quickly over the top.
Andy has good but not great power, but the thing is he hits you so fast so many times. That's the way he's scoring most of his knockouts. He's getting around the ring pretty well right now. As you can see, he's fairly light on his feet, believe it or not.
Caught Herrera stepping in that time and pushes him up against the ropes. Good sharp right hand, short right hand by Ruiz. And again, that sharp, short right hand. And that's got Herrera backing up.
Ruiz is from Mexicali, living now in the United States. He speaks perfect English, by the way, so if he goes on, there's going to be a couple of cultures that are claiming him.
Big body shots from Ruiz, and Herrera doesn't look like he wants much more of this.
He's just about ready to go, Herrera, here. It may be quick. We've seen a number of quick Andy Ruiz fights.
Those body shots really taking a toll.
Stop, break, step back.
And just develop.
Yeah, and in the few fights that I've seen him, he's improved every fight. And he talked about his weight. Round 2.
Andy Ruiz last year in Grapevine, Texas, on the night before at the hotel boxing match the night before Manny Pacquiao fought Joshua Clottey. We saw Andy Ruiz knock out an opponent in 1 round. It was an eye-catching performance. And then back here in Thackerville, Oklahoma, he's fought in October and November, December, had 2 fights in February, and he's right back here again. So they're keeping him active.
And as you said, he's lost 45 pounds over the course of time that he's been a professional fighter.
There you go, come on, let's go.
Good chopping right hand by Ruiz, and that hurt Herrera.
Stop, break, step back.
Another short right hand backs Herrera up.
You saw the quickness of hand there, Barry, with that punch. It looks like it's going to be a good jab. If he throws it out there more, it's going to help him set up his combinations. His combinations are what he needs. As he goes on along, fights tougher fighters, he will have the eye-catching speed.
You could hear how his punches sound, too. Those body shots are really thrown with authority. Herrera with a little moment of his own there.
But this is a fighter that Andy should be able to get out of there. And Ruiz kind of allowing Herrera to come back on him here. And I don't know if Ruiz is getting a little tired himself, but he's not punching with the frequency that he did in round.
Herrera's had a couple of moments here in the second round. I'm not sure it's enough to win the round. Good right hand right there, and it came behind a quick left. This is round 3 of this 6-round fight.
Angel Herrera with a 6-4-3 record coming in here tonight. But Andy Ruiz, undefeated.
Stop.
Ruiz, slight discoloration under the right eye, a little bit of puffiness under the right eye.
Stop, break, step back. Let's go.
Excited that Andy has been sparring with Holyfield, doing a good job with Holyfield. Of course, learning whatever he could by getting in with a great fighter like that, no matter what Holyfield's.
Absolutely. I think Herrera may have fired his last salvo here. A right hand a moment ago from Ruiz drove Herrera into the ropes.
Pick your hands up, let's jab, let's go. There you go, baby. See that? Don't post him.
Yeah, that's really been kind of a rumor. He threw it a couple of times in the first round. I haven't seen it in the last 2.
That little fallback left hook that Ruiz does nicely.
Good body shot once again. I think Herrera has a lot left in the tank.
And that's why I wonder if Ruiz is actually going to try to KO his man, or whether he's just in there to win, get the work.
Ruiz in the green and black trunks and Herrera in the blue and white. Ruiz 9-0.
And of course, there is the matter that Freddie Roach is not here. Freddie's been in his corner most of the time, but that they've been together, but the fact is that Freddie's tied up with Manny Pacquiao right now and has to devote the bulk of his day to Pacquiao. Now here, I believe Ruiz is looking here to get something done.
Yeah, and that overhand right hand is there for him almost any time.
Ruiz even flashing a jab to the body there. I think you're right. Freddie, I'm sure, is watching this fight intently this evening and seeing some things, carefully noting every word that Barry Tompkins has to say.
Absolutely. Freddie always does. He owes his entire success to me.
Stop, break.
Herrera, and he hasn't really he's not really sharpshooting with him, but there's that jab again.
And it's really a good one.
Ruiz got caught there with the right hand.
Yeah, he did. He gets a little careless every now and then. Uppercut slipped in by Herrera.
Stop, break, step back. Box.
Herrera just keeps coming forward, I got to say that.
Ruiz gets around the ring pretty good. He got caught by right again. He's relaxing defensively here and getting caught in the 4th round.
Good left hand right there. But again, he took a right hand from Herrera.
First time I've seen Andy mark that puffiness around the right eye becoming more evident underneath it.
That right hand buckled the knees of Herrera, and another right hand, and Herrera may be ready to go. Good body shot. Right hand, right back. And Herrera just trying to hold on. Takes another right hand. He's wobbled. He is in deep trouble now. Ruiz just trying to finish the job. Quick combination once again. Body shot.
Seeing some of the variety that Ruiz can bring to the floor, Barry, that right hand to the body, it was a right cross to the body. When do you ever see that? Nobody thought.
You know, this fight should be stopped about now.
Remember, too, about Ruiz, he's only 21 years old, really learning on the job.
Those body shots are really damaging.
He's certainly willing to go to the body.
He had a shot with the right hand, just came up a little short, did Herrera.
Now they're coming back on.
And again, Ruiz forcing Herrera into a corner.
Just to get a considerable fan base.
I think that's absolutely right. Herrera in survival mode now. Again, to lead kind of a half uppercut. Chopping right hand once again.
Think Freddie wrote that one down?
I'm sure he's taking notes. Nice combination there. Big time combination. Ruiz has done everything except finish here tonight.
Stop, break.
6 more rounds in the bag for Ruiz, and the heavyweight world was starting to notice. The storm was coming, and nobody would be ready. By the fall of 2011, Andy Ruiz Jr. had a perfect 11-0 record. He was no longer just a local prospect. He was a young fighter ready to take on seasoned veterans who could test his growing skills. Ken Frank, a durable Canadian journeyman with professional experience, represented that first real step up in resistance. This fight was about Ruiz showing he wasn't just beating padded records. He was beating tough, battle-tested opposition, and proving his rise in the heavyweight world was real.
Tonight he fights a guy that is bigger than him. We're usually watching him fight guys that are much smaller than he is, but Ruiz, you will see, if you haven't seen him before, while he isn't chiseled and he fights flat-footed, he is very quick-handed. I think he has 2 of the fastest hands in the heavyweight division, and people are shocked by his speed.
See him going to the body right there, working on Ken Franks. Ken Franks is a correctional officer.
A bunch of prisoners or go out on the river and
hang out
in Arizona on a beautiful
right up top. Ruiz really showing some speed there, Rich.
That's Frank trying to box him. He's a kid who fights very well. He's got good power, although he's finding the guys a little harder to knock out than he did early on his career. There's that speed of hand. Look how quick he unloads those punches.
8-punch combination upstairs. Ken Frank said he was going to try to box this kid, but
he has worked a lot with Freddie Roach at the Wildcard Gym, but now he's working out in training in Las Vegas and getting a little bit more concentrated training.
The young fighter who was trying to do that as a Mexican Herrera control. There's the upstairs slapping around right there. The hook's coming fast and furious. I was going to say he sparred with Chris Arreola.
And he goes, they're shocked by what comes at them.
Closing out the first round of a heavyweight fight tonight. We'll be right back for Parker, Arizona.
Right as we were breaking for commercial, this came right as the bell, or actually after, but that's not that much further for him to go. He's never going to be a chiseled heavyweight.
It's just not the body type to even think about that. But he says he's running 4 miles in the morning and doing his sprints at 4 miles. Man, that's like a truck going down the road. And Frank stuck his head in right there, and he's paying the price. Left hand, right hand, up against the ropes, digging to the body.
Every fight, and he's really got, this is the speed of hand I told you about. This kid has got tremendously fast hands for a heavyweight at 252 or whatever.
He's staggered. He took a lot of punishment there. He doesn't have a lot of an answer right here.
No,
Ruiz knows it.
He's just trying to keep him off with his long left, but that's just not working.
No. He's just getting pounded out. Soto looking in, the referee. I think Frank's combination's just going to fall right over. The towel's been tossed by the corner, and they're going to wave it off.
He can really fire a lot of punches. He fires with a lot of power. Now, this is the beginning of the end, basically, as Frank got caught in this corner up against the ropes. And I think at any time the fight could have been stopped here. And, of course, you know, it's up to Andy Ruiz to just keep punching until it is. And finally, the towel came in. Frank's spit out his mouthpiece. The referee stopped the fight, and that was it. Andy, a little bit sloppy here at the end, but I think that's partially because of the way that Frank was presenting himself and hanging on him. And
in just 2 rounds, Ruiz showed that when his punches land, staying on your feet is rarely an option. Fight after fight, Ruiz was solidifying his place among the top heavyweights, and with each win, it was only natural that his competition grew tougher. This time, standing across from him was Elijah McCall, an 11-1 son of former heavyweight champ Oliver McCall, and a feared slugger in his own right. This bout in Las Vegas was Ruiz's first real step up against a hard-hitting opponent, testing whether his power and precision could overwhelm a puncher with legitimate pedigree. And the big man was about to deliver a performance that had shocked the boxing world.
Nearly 50 pounds lighter at 256, and he can get down even more. He's a big banger. Elijah McCall has a lot of knockouts himself, so let's see how it goes. They're both in black trunks. The guy with the trim on the black trunks is Andy. Elijah McCall has the white shoes on, so you can spot them easy enough. Solid black is McCall, white trim is Ruiz. Man, this guy's the real deal.
You know, Mexican Olympian. He's had well over 100 fights. Good, well-schooled fighter, nice jab, fast hands.
Very quick hands for a man that's this big. This guy's an athlete. In the amateurs, he was 105-5 with all kinds of titles, including going to the Olympics for Mexico. And his dad could take a great punch, too. This kid has got
really nice left hook by Ruiz then.
Ruiz
McCall came back with the right hand.
Massey in Chicago. That was a 5th-round knockout. So he's been in against big guys.
And McCall's bleeding from the mouth at the moment as a result of some of those chopping left hooks.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. Look at it, loading up the right hand as McCall, but Ruiz just able to gobble it up. So when damage is done, you got to give the first round to Andy Ruiz, who has turned pro and has 16-0 with 10 knockouts in Andy Ruiz. This kid is an athlete. Oh, nice left hook by Oliver. Right back comes Ruiz. Another thing is, Kev, that I'm seeing early, he's Elijah, Oliver's son.
Oliver's son.
Right hand again, left hook in there by Andy. This is Elijah, his son. Nice kid, heavyweight.
Well, there's a chopping right hand. That's hurt him.
Yeah. There it is, the right hand on the ear again. His knees look a little bit loose, and he has to hang on.
Every morning. Here's some action from the early rounds. There's that overhand right by Andy Ruiz, and again chopping with the right hand. And
But just see what sort of finisher Andy Ruiz is. He's got Elijah McCall shook up a little bit. He caught him again with the left hook and the right hand.
Catches him with the left hook, the right hand, trying to push him off. Oliver's kind of hanging on because he is hurt. He's very flat-footed right now. Another left hook, right hand. McCall hanging in there pretty good with the kind of shots that he's been hit with.
Some great work with the left hook and the right hand at the moment. But he just got hit with a nice right hand. But like you said before, Bob, he shows great chin.
Oliver McCall is only 224 pounds, but he's also 24 years of age. Heavyweights don't mature till they almost get to 30 when they get up around 230, 240. Top Rank actually has Andy Ruiz, and their matchmakers are great.
Terrific left jabs.
He's won the first 2 rounds of this fight. Nice stiff jab again. Boy, he's got a terrific jab. There's the right hand behind it. Left hook. Woo! By the way, the judges are Bob Bennett, Dwayne Ford, and Glenn Trowbridge. Now, Kev, let me ask you.
McCall's got a jab. He's got a jab and move around them. I'll tell you what, Andy Ruiz is too strong for him to stand there with. He's got to move around them.
Oh, big right hand again. Snaps the head of McCall. Touching your body, it hurts. He's hitting him hard with big shots. Left hand, right hand behind. Boy, I'm really pleasantly surprised at the hand speed of Andy Ruiz. I just didn't expect a guy, when you know, a guy like Butterbean, who was, his size was not the athlete that this guy is, and he just wailed away. But this guy's a boxer.
He's had catching them, Bob, on both sides of the head. He uses his jab as a weapon.
Talked about him being 300 pounds, and right now he's letting all 254 pounds go at it.
There are little things that he was doing wrong, but when he had him hurt, that overhand right, the left hook, he was very accurate. He kept throwing punches, and McCall did not know where he was. His legs went with about 30 seconds to go, and I knew then it was only him.
McCall reeling right in, a big right hand again. Heels it down.
He's ready
Blasts
to go.
the body. His legs are really sharp right now. Closing seconds in the 3rd round. Penny Bayless looking very close. You don't want to see McCall get hurt. He can stop this fight. It's all over. He stopped the fight right at the bell. He doesn't want him to get hit anymore. He's out on his feet. This is a 3rd round technical knockout victory for Andy Ruiz right at the bell. Boy, that's something else. This guy, watch this again. See, these clean headshots, Kenny didn't want him, and Kenny had made up his mind.
In the end, Ruiz notched his 3rd straight stoppage in his last 3 bouts, building unstoppable momentum and a resume that was impossible to ignore. By 2013, Andy Ruiz Jr. was no longer just a promising prospect. He was a young heavyweight on the rise, unbeaten in 17 fights, and starting to turn heads with his speed and power. Across from him stood Matthew Gator Greer, a tough journeyman with plenty of experience. Greer was brought in to challenge Ruiz's composure and test whether his knockout streak was real. This fight mattered because it wasn't just another name on his record. It was a step in proving Ruiz could handle more durable opponents, building the momentum that would eventually put him in the spotlight.
In December, he was 256. He's dropped another 10 pounds, and he's going to keep coming down. This guy can bang, let me tell you something. Big Jeff Grimoge, who works with him. Mexican junior national champion in 07 and 08, a Mexican national champion. Turned pro in March of 09 with a 1st round knockout over Miguel Ramos in a fight I called out in Tijuana. And this guy can hit. He knocked out 6 of his first 8 pro opponents. Chopping in these already, Carlos. He's got Greer down in the 1st round here with a left hook and then a right hand chopping to his ear. And take a look at this replay.
There's those body shots. That left hook to the body, beautiful. Right hand right on top of the head and just right by the ear. And that.
Don't be fooled by his body style. This is a guy that's trained down to this size, and he can bang. He's a very, very good athlete, a better athlete than perhaps what his body looks like. And he hits so hard, he may be able to contend someday in the heavyweight division if he keeps fighting the way he's going. Again, he's 17-0 with 11 knockouts. He's short as the big heavyweights go. He's only 6'2", but he can really bang, and Greer's finding that out right away. A big body shot, and Greer touched the knee, so he's going to have to take this standing 8 count. It's up to 5 now already, as Jack Reeves will give him the 8 count, I should say.
That body shot again.
with just under a minute to go, Andy Ruiz could take him right out right now. See, this guy's looking ready to go because down another time.
Wow, he's covering out. Those body shots are hurting.
As I said, folks, Andy Ruiz is an athlete, and he will hurt you. And he's certainly hurting Big Greer. Matthew Greer needs to tie him up because his corner's yelling into him to tie him up. Taking uppercut shots. That time he fell down. That's he tripped over his feet. But Greg Cummings yelling from the corner, tie this guy up. Don't want to bang away at him. But you can't walk into the kill zone with your head down and your gloves beside your head because, oh, there's a right hand down. And that's it, the third knockdown. And the referee says that's it. It's all over. So it's a technical knockout victory for Andy Ruiz, who gets the job done with another first-round knockout. A real hard right hand that time. And look at this, digging body shot again. And he cracks him on the ear. Oh, man, he just stood in the kill zone with a strong right hand.
That right hand was right down the middle. I mean, you know, look at this. There's no motion. It just comes right off the shoulder the way it should. So direct line to the chin. That's the quickest way to get there.
By mid-2013, Andy Ruiz was beginning to break out from prospect status. He was an 18-0 heavyweight with explosive power and a string of highlight reel knockouts. In contrast, Carl Davis was a rugged welter of experience. He was older, tough, and the sort of grinder who'd been in with solid pros. But this matchup wasn't about upset headlines. It was about Ruiz making a statement.
Down from 300 pounds to 250. His last fight he was 246. But when you're as big as he is, 4 or 5 pounds one way or the other doesn't mean much. He's in good shape, and as I mentioned, training with a kid from New Zealand, Joseph Parker. And oh, look at that! Straight right hand and the left hook catches Davis right away. That'll give you an indication of the power of Andy Ruiz. It's up to 6 and 7. He gets up, but he's been tagged right away in the first round here. And remember what I told you, Ruiz has power. You got 12 knockouts. He's got this guy ready to go again. And down he goes hard. This fight's all over as he banged his head hard on the floor as Ruiz crushed one to his jaw. 2 big shots, and this thing's over before the seats get warm for the heavyweight fight. My goodness gracious, this guy's still hurt. Jay Nady didn't even bother to count him out. I think he, right away in the early going, bang, and a crushing right hand, followed with a left hand. So he got another left in there at the end. So you got the brain spinning one way with the right hand. Watch this now. Watch the right hand first and then the 2 lefts. Boom, boom, and boom. And that's it. Into the fight, just a crushing right hand body shot. And he's right on him again with a left hook, and that's all she wrote. And look at the eyes right there. He's able to sit up.
Damas y caballeros, este combate concluye con un tiempo oficial de 35 segundos del asalto inicial. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout comes to an end with an official time of 35 seconds of round number 1. Your winner, by way of knockout, el vencedor por nocaut.
Andy Ruiz was now one of the most intriguing young heavyweights outside the title picture. He was undefeated and knocking down every door he walked through. At 19-0, his name was still under the radar globally, but promoters saw a star in the making and one that deserved a credible name. Standing across from him this time around was Joe the Future Hanks, an unbeaten 21-0 heavyweight prospect himself, who brought power and experience into a matchup that felt like next level or bust. With the vacant WBO Intercontinental heavyweight title on the line, this fight wasn't just another step up the ladder. It was Ruiz's first real shot at winning a regional belt and proving his momentum belonged on big international cards in Asia and beyond.
Fight live, although that is the one other fight that they've ever had here at the Venetian Macau. Was a heavyweight fight many, many years ago.
And Ruiz himself will tell you, he says, my opponents underestimate me because I'm not buff. I'm a little bit chubby. And he said he promised to entertain the fans. Nice right hand caught Hanks, and that made Hanks do a little dance into his corner. And he did flash that one big right hand. There's a second right hand. Respond and how they conduct themselves. Until it really helped them, but it's not helping them right now against Andy Ruiz, who's looking terrific through this first round and a half.
Andy with another overhand right. A hard combination, and Hanks in some trouble. Legs giving way a little bit, and it's possible if Ruiz can...
no punches, no punches, let's go.
Andy's kind of soft-spoken. He can be funny to be around. But Hanks isn't laughing right now. He just ate that left hand. Good jab to the body by Ruiz. Different amateur championships, Golden Gloves and the like. Nice combination from Ruiz. Follow-up right by Ruiz. Good left hook to the body by Ruiz, and I think Andy's got 2 rounds in the books. Ruiz didn't seem too bothered by it, but Rafael Ramos caught it. There's another good left by Hanks, but then a good left to the head by Andy Ruiz, and Ruiz now answering back.
Let's go.
Andy Ruiz in the white and red trunks. Hanks lunging at him with that left hook.
Oh, tremendous left hook! Andy Ruiz flattens Joe Hanks. Hanks shakes his head, and he's in trouble. At the count of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did he make it? Oh, he got up. I mean, that was 9 3/4. I thought he was about to be counted out. Here comes Andy Ruiz, and down goes Hanks for the second time. The fight is over, and Andy Ruiz has the biggest win of his young career.
Andy Ruiz was now a serious heavyweight contender with an unbeaten record and a regional belt wrapped tightly around his waist. But with great power would come greater responsibilities in the form of scarier fighters. Standing in Ruiz's path next was Tor Hamer, a rugged American fighter with a 21-2 record and the kind of name that looked good on a resume. The fight, which was on the undercard of Pacquiao versus Rios in McCall, was significant as Ruiz was stepping onto a bigger international stage, defending titles and proving he could carry his rising momentum outside the US spotlight against seasoned opposition.
But don't be fooled, folks. As you watch this kid with his heavy, thick body around the middle can flat out fight. Very quick hands, a good jab, digging body shot.
Looked disdainfully at him.
Andy fought last time we were here. Great performance against Joe Hanks, Colonel.
Larry, you mentioned he was high as almost 300 pounds at one time.
He hasn't been able to match his seriousness by getting in better shape. A professional series they have in Great Britain where you fight 3 times in one night. And he came out winning the 3 fights, 3 3-round fights.
Nice shot there. Right back comes Heyman.
His punctuation is always a vulgarity of some kind or other in every sentence. But there's no mean-spiritedness in it.
No. He's not mean-spirited at all. He's a really nice kid. To give him the round, so let's see what happens here.
Like that.
That's the best combination of punch and wow by Ruiz. Nice straight right hand, step the head back that time. Like no other division, one punch can change it in a hurry.
Oh, better round here for Andy.
Hamer tries to circle around the ropes.
Using that jab very well to set up these.
Just may have taken the wind out of his sail, because he's not the same fighter he was the first couple of rounds. There's a body shot, borderline low, but that takes a lot out of a guy. Hub, speaking on New Year's Eve, we expect to have a big crowd in there for that. Look forward to seeing you. Got some surprises for them. I'm going to turn a couple of pigs loose in there. Then we're going to eat them. So, Larry, maybe you'd like to come to New Zealand.
Bring it in, Andy.
For New Year's Eve.
All right. It looks like Tor Hamer has retired.
He has retired. It's all over. He took a big beating in the corner.
In 3 brutal rounds, Andy Ruiz completely dominated Tor Hamer, leaving no doubt about his power and skill. Hamer, tough as he was, had no answer for Ruiz's relentless combinations and astonishing hand speed, and he ultimately quit on the stool. That fight wasn't just a victory, it was a statement that announced to the boxing world that Andy Ruiz Jr. wasn't just a promising prospect. He was a serious heavyweight force capable of shaking the biggest names in the sport. On that night, fans witnessed the rise of a fighter who would go on to stun the world by taking on legends legends like Anthony Joshua, so these were the moments when Andy Ruiz became a truly terrifying presence in the heavyweight division. If you liked the video, subscribe for more crazy boxing stories and knockouts.